Hi, this is TapCat. Welcome to the 17th episode of XCOM, Enemy Unknown. An alien ship has landed in Russia, and the XCOM crew is on their way to investigate. Rumors have it this is no ordinary scout ship. We will see what is to be found. Satellite photos indicate that the alien ship is just ahead, and so the crew starts fanning out and moving forward. And sure enough, Bernard moves forward and discovers a cyber disk flanked by 2 drones. Kuznetsova has a shot at one of the drones.
Taken care of.
And she fries him. Unfortunately, Romero does not have a shot and has to move to a better spot. Baroto not only doesn't have a shot, but even after moving he doesn't have a good clean angle, so he'll have to wait. Evans, however, manages to tag him for damage with the first of her 2 rapid-fire shots, but cannot connect on the second. Bernard is going to play it safe and hunker down. Palmer goes on Overwatch. With its closest target hunkered down, the Cyberdisc doesn't really have a good shot, so he lobs the grenade to take the easy damage on Bernard. While that does cause Bernard to panic, it could be a lot worse. He ran behind cover, and he is still alive. Romero has the Cyberdisc locked in her sights and nails him for heavy damage. She's able to take a second shot. This one looks similarly locked in, and she blows him out of the sky. Evans is left with cleanup duty of a sort and takes aim at the drone using rapid fire. She misses her first shot and overcorrects on the second. She needed to do very little damage to kill him, but couldn't even manage that. Fortunately, Baroto is on the case and he blows it to Kingdom Come. The squad reloads, shifts around a little bit, and begins hearing more noises out of the alien ship. And sure enough, more aliens appear to confront them. Vorobyov starts things off with a reaction shot but can't connect. Fortunately, the snipers do a little better. Baroto also goes gunning for a thin man and manages to kill another one. Evans continues the parade of reaction fire but can't quite hit that Mouton. With this many aliens still on their feet, the soldiers are not going to take chances. There's at least 3 Moutons able to open fire on anyone who's exposed, so Evans moves back to full cover. Palmer does the same. Now the snipers, on the other hand, they can shoot at will without fear of reprisals, and that's exactly what Kuznetsova does, and she puts a serious hurting on that Mouton. Romero follows it up and puts him down. Bernard moves out of harm's way to use a medikit on himself, and that should leave him ready, willing, and able to get back in the fight.
Affirmative. Covering now. Roger that. Scanning.
It's surprising given the number of aliens we saw just moments ago, but they all appear to have melted back inside the ship. So another round of reloads and Overwatch from the XCOMers ensues as they wait to see if the aliens will make the first move. Finally, Evans moves forward and is able to spot the Berserker and get him in her sights. And while she missed him with her first shot, she managed to tag him with the second. Since he was considerate enough to move out from behind his cover, Baroto now has a shot, and he makes the most of it. And there's that intimidating roar effect again. Baroto is in panic mode. Bernard has a coin flip's chance of hitting the Berserker, but can't cash it in.
Damn it!
Now at this point, no one else actually has line of sight to the Berserker, and that means he's most likely going to get a free hit at Evans before anyone else has a chance to take him down. And here he comes. He did move into Palmer's sights, but he can't bring him down. Evans makes the most of her close quarters combat specialty, but doesn't do quite enough, and he delivers a vicious blow. Obviously, the top priority for the entire squad is bringing this Berserker down before he gets a second chance to kill Evans. Baroto couldn't connect with his first attempt, but with his second, he mows him down. Bernard has a fairly poor shot at this thin man, but he manages to take him out even so. Evans takes advantage of a lull in the fighting to move up out of harm's way, reload, and receive a heal from Palmer's medkit.
Don't move. You'll be fine.
While the break in the action was put to good use, once again there comes a time when they have to pursue action. So Evans moves forward to see if she can spot the enemy. They clearly hear it in front of them, and then just a moment later a Muton appears from thin air in their midst. So stunned are they that while they fire all around him, only one manages to hit him at all, and the Muton delivers a vicious plasma blast to Baroto, nearly killing him. In response, Evans moves over and delivers a pair of rapid fire shots at point blank range, planting the Muton. Now, while this Muton has been dealt with, unfortunately both medkit charges that they had available have been used up now, and a couple of the soldiers, including Baroto, are badly hurt. Now we see Evans moving forward, and she has found 3 more Mutons. So it's going to be important to try and deal with these without taking further damage if at all possible. Now, in the vein of being cautious, we see Evans did move back behind cover, and the rest of the crew is going to go on Overwatch.
Roger that. Scanning.
It appears these 3 are in no hurry to come out and confront the soldiers, so Baroto decides to force the issue, and he is going to fire a rocket to both wound them and destroy their cover, and he tags all 3 of them. Unfortunately, it also looks like all of them have run out of the line of sight, so it is of some use, but perhaps not quite as much as they had hoped.
I'm on it.
As we've seen them do so often, the crew goes on Overwatch, and they're going to wait and see what the aliens do. In this case, one of the Mutons charges headlong at Evans and pays the ultimate price. While that particular confrontation went well, Evans decides not to push her luck and she moves back to a safer location. And it turns out to be a good thing she did, because she would have been flanked by this approaching Muton. As it is, she misses her reaction shot, but fortunately Romero is on the case, and that equals one more dead alien.
Ready to rock.
Moments later, after most of the team goes on Overwatch, the sole remaining Muton comes charging out, and once again, Romero plants him. With all of the patrolling aliens apparently dealt with, Evans takes point and begins exploring the ship itself. And it doesn't take too long before she hears signs of alien activity up ahead. So she holds her position while the rest of the team moves forward to support her. And when she does move farther in, she makes a somewhat gruesome discovery.
They're holding tanks of some kind. As repugnant as the thought may be, this is most likely how they keep their latest test subjects alive.
It takes quite some time for them to move forward through the ship. They're covering each other, checking each little nook and cranny. Eventually, they do make their way to what appears to be the entrance to the pilot's chamber, and two outsiders are waiting for them. And Bernard follows that up with a low percentage shot, but one that connects beautifully.
See you in hell.
Palmer lines up his best shot, and while he does not manage to connect, he did trash the alien's cover. Evans moves in to take the easy flank shot and puts him out of his misery.
Kill
All
confirmed.
mission objectives completed.
So it is definitely a successful mission. The crew may be a bit bruised and battered, but no fatalities, and they've captured what appears to be a major cog in the alien machine, the ship that they use to abduct human beings. If there's a surprise after a mission that had that many alien kills, it's that only 2 soldiers received promotions, but both Baroto and Kuznetsova have been promoted to captain, and I would say both were well earned. As we can see, there were any number of items looted from that ship. The commander intends to put all of it to use, beginning with a trip to the gray market to sell as many of the non-essential items as he can. That money is immediately put to use in the officer training school for the Don't Die on Me skill. A few days later, the satellites that were under construction are completed and launched over France and Australia, the sole remaining countries that needed them. The Council issues its report on XCOM's effectiveness, and they are very pleased. In addition, they give the commander his monthly allotment of credits, and that's immediately put to use on the ammo conservation project in the Foundry. And at the same time, work has begun to upgrade scopes. Excavation has also begun on the 3rd level to make way for more facilities, and additional soldiers are hired. The commander is also able to fulfill a long-time goal and begin construction on 2 firestorms. Of course, no sooner are the firestorms ordered than a large UFO is sighted. There's no question everyone would be happier if this was a firestorm, but the first available interceptor is launched and does its best to bring this ship down. Unfortunately, before it can do the job, it has to break off pursuit or be destroyed.
Disengaging.
And while a second interceptor is launched, it simply isn't fast enough to catch the UFO. Fearing one of his satellites could be destroyed as a result of that ship escaping, the commander immediately orders a replacement. Research on the light plasma rifle is completed, but the scientists notify the commander they do not believe they can successfully create any weapons more powerful than that can be carried into battle. And so they begin researching Alarium instead. Once the Alarium research is complete, the commander puts the team to work on Titan armor. This should be the ultimate protection for the soldiers. When the firestorms are completed, the commander decides to keep one in Africa and transfer the other to North America. No sooner is that done than he orders a third firestorm. Finally, after more than 3 weeks at the base, a small UFO was detected by satellites, shot down by interceptors, and now the XCOM soldiers will put together a crew and head out to investigate. That's going to do it for this episode. Thank you for watching, and we hope to see you next time.